Hi guys, welcome back to another 8:30 RPG video. I wanted to show you what I was doing. I just started making a scenario on AI Dungeon that is based on Steven Seagal movies. It's a clearly parody, and I had to start recording because I was in tears the way this AI, the way the AI was working. So I had a lot of it made already, but here is the story so far, or the details. So it's just called Steven Seagal Parody Adventure. You are Steven Seagal's brand new big blockbuster hit movie, and that's pretty much it. But what really matters to me is the plot. So, in Seagal films, we don't typically see a plot. So what I have to do is kind of try to push the AI into creating this hilarious parody and just to use all of his typical tropes and over-the-top antics that his movies always seem to have. So here's the opening story. Seagal is enjoying his time off in his high-rise fortified mansion that is the most highly secured and technologically advanced structure on Earth. He has countless lovers from all over Russia visiting daily. He continuously trains and masters every known martial arts form, handles top secret missions for every government agency, and is considered the greatest man alive. Recently, Seagal's wife was killed for no apparent reason and left a video message explaining she was recast to a different film that would actually do better than a Seagal film. Knowing how Seagal is the top general of Navy Special Forces and the Attorney General for the FCC, he calls on his most trusted team of body doubles to track down the killer responsible. Maybe. Typically, the first, I should say, 10 minutes of a Seagal movie is never related to the actual movie itself. So that's the story. That's what opens up when you first click play. Now the instructions, the next few things are very important because it has the typical default instructions, but I kind of tweaked the beginning here to give it again that little metaphorical push so that it does become a parody, a comedic AI dungeon master, as it says here. So I modified the first paragraph to say you are a comedic AI dungeon master that provides any kind of role-playing game content in the form of a parody that aims to replicate the typical over-the-top antics of a Steven Seagal film. And all the stuff right here is the same. Next is a plot essentials. Steven Seagal is undefeated and the perfect action star of all time. He has no flaws. But the real meat of it's right here. It's an author's note. So this is what it's kind of the core of Seagal's antics. I have these 10 typical, very common things that Seagal movies have. So it starts off saying, write the story as a humorous parody of Steven Seagal, include any possible trope, Seagal including, I should say, that has the following Seagal antics. Let's say traits. Include any possible trope Seagal that has the following Seagal traits. So it's a little redundant. I want to confuse the AI. Include any of the following Seagal traits. There we go. One, he wears a signature black overcoat and sunglasses, strange hair gelled back. Um, let's do this. Uh, Undefined hairstyle. There, undefined hairstyle. Has a love interest who's way too young for him, typically a supermodel who is in their 20s. He uses stunt doubles practically for anything from, I should say, from standing up, walking to fighting. He mumbles and speaks too softly for anybody to understand him, but they get paid to pretend like they know what he's saying. His movie plot, if any, is incoherent and filled with overtop stupidity. When he uses firearms, he never seems to aim where he shoots, nor reloads even when he's still shooting. Sorry. But still manages to hit every target perfectly. He is excessively violent and never questions who he kills. He never conveys any level of emotion and is a terrible actor, but surrounds himself with a cast who treats him like a hero. I should say like a prophet. Let's say that. Since Seagal writes his own movies, the plot and characters always favor him, and the subplots always go nowhere and are interrupted by um, Seagal's stupidity. There we go. 10. Seagal knows everything and works with every possible government agency who always calls on him when they need his help. So, That's what I have right now. There's a couple more things, a story summary, which I thought I already have. There's a story summary. I think I already have the story summary. This is more of the opening here, so I'm gonna get rid of this, and then we'll keep it first person. So story card. Here's what kind of caught me laughing. Um, to make Seagal is always something retired, CIA, but I want to throw in a bunch of like these made up, completely off the wall positions that Seagal can be part of, a government agency or a freelancer. So here's what I have so far. Um, a lot of this is from the auto generate. I just kind of type in the title. FBI direct detective agent operative is a highly skilled agent tasked with investigating, solving complex criminal cases. I have CIA Special Forces General Fighter, class is highly trained and specialized soldier in the CIA Special Forces. But my funniest one my favorite one so far is this one. General Commander FCC Regulations. The General Commander of FCC Regulations is a highly trained government agent tasked with enforcing the Federal Communications Commission's regulations on all forms of media and communication. Trained in hand-to-hand combat and equipped with cutting-edge technology, the General Commander is a force to be reckoned with in the world of media regulation. So when it spit out, I'm like, okay, the AI is clearly in tune with what it needs to do for this story. So let's continue. I'm going to make a few more classes. Let's do five for practically everything. I don't know about race. I mean, I guess we just do Russians, Chinese, Japanese, American. What typically Seagal, where typically Seagal hangs out in his movies, like Romania or something. We'll try that, but let's stick with a few more classes. I think I'm going to do where he's a mercenary, hired mercenary for justice. I'm trying to replicate his movie titles too. Mercenaries for justice are highly trained professionals who work for a fee to bring criminals to justice. Okay, that works. Let's do a pilot. So, like from Flight of Fury, one of my favorite movies. Flight of Fury pilot of let's do Nomad. The Flight of Fury pilot Nomad is a legendary class in the world of aerial combat. These pilots known for unparalleled skills and fearless attitude. Flying some of the most advanced fighter planes in the world, they wander from place to place, offering their services to any faction that can meet their price. They are respected and feared in an equal measure, and tales of their exploits have become the stuff of legend. Only a select few are chosen to become pilots of a nomadic tribe known as the Flight of Fury, and those who pass their intense training become unstoppable forces in the skies. All right, so there's five actually, but I wanted to try something out, just completely random. McDonald's manager. I want to see what if it does truly have Seagal's. Is a master fast food manager overseeing every aspect of restaurant. Possess keen, but yeah, dark arts, a burger alchemy, and creating secret. Okay, yeah, that's not bad, but I don't want to go that goofy. I just want to kind of keep within the realm of Seagal, which is pretty stupid. But there we have five classes. Now let's do factions. So. I'm going to take something from, uh, let's see, what would be some, I'm trying to think of his movies, I'm trying to think what I can take or adapt. Um, let's do this. Art. This is a joke from a friend of mine, so I'm not taking credit for this. Uh, so Federal Agency Resisting Terrorism. Okay, there we go. Federal Agency. This joke is from GM Ryan. This is his joke. I'm just really curious how AI is going to work with it. The Federal Agency received their part. It's a secret agency formed to protect the national nation against terrorism. The agency is made up of highly trained um, for different law enforcement. That's perfect. FART operates under the jurisdiction of the President of the United States and answers only to him. Okay, good. And then next is Another one again from GN Ryan. He's very clever, very funny guy. This one is nuts. National Underground Terrorist Syndicate. Ryan, thank you. This one is straight from his mind. National Underground Terrorist Syndicate. That's um, the notorious terrorist group that operates underground. They are well organized and have responsible for many attacks and measures. Okay, good. Federal Agency for Resistance Terrorism. Let's do a few more. Let's do like the FBI. Maybe. I mean, we can do real world agencies. I've been mixing them up a little. Let's try this. Federal Bureau. I always forget about Bureau of Central Intelligence. Combine those together. All right, there we go. The Federal Bureau of Central FBCI is a top secret government agency for gathering intelligence around the world. Okay, that works. Um, let's do two more. Stick to the five theme. Let's do faction. We have FBI, CIA. Let's do central vacancy of worldly reports. Worldly um, matters. These are not acronyms or anything. Uh, the central vacancy is an enigmatic organization shrouded in secrecy and mystery. They are rumored to control the world's most powerful governments and corporations. Okay, so kind of like just some big superpower group of very rich people or agents or world leaders. They can see worldly matters. Okay. They can kind of be like the secretive, Illuminati type of organization. We need one more faction, if I'm counting correctly. Let's do let's do a criminal organization. Criminals of organizations. That works. Criminals of organizations. The criminals organization, a secret society of master criminals. They have their hands in every illicit activity from smuggling to drug trafficking to human trafficking and assassination. Members of this group are truly wealthy and powerful, and they use their resources to further their own intentions. Interesting. Okay, good. I like that. So, locations. Let's just do um, auto generate where Seagal movies are typically featured in. So we have Russia. Whoops. We have Russia. Yep, that works. I'm glad I kind of used Seagal's name in there. Let's do Romania, which another movie has taken, I think, Born to Raise Hell. Am I spelling that right? Romania. This is perfect setting for a high stakes action thriller. Perfect. Okay. And then let's do United States of America. Because a lot of Seagal's movies are in the U.S. That's evident. Like Texas, Alaska, Spalding Nation of Steven Seagal. That's sworn and protect his latest action thriller. Right. Location. We can't forget China. China serves as the backdrop to Seagal's latest action-packed adventure. You find himself embroiled in a deadly game of cat and mouse with the sinister forces of the Chinese underworld. That works for me. We need one. Yeah, we need one more. I think I was going to say Japan, but I think it would be a hilarious little twist as North Korea. So I don't recall any Seagal movie being in North Korea. So let's put that in there. That works. Capital city of North Korea. Oh, so it changed it to the capital of North Korea. If I pronouncing that right, Pyongyang, Pyongyang. I don't want to butcher the word. Known for the grand monuments and strict government control. Okay, well, yeah, this works. I mean, it's not perfect, but it definitely has. I hope it doesn't have too much. I really want to, man. I want to push this list beyond 20, but I don't want to. I don't want to cloud the AI's token count too much. I think we have enough to start. So I'm going to pause the video and we'll jump right in just to test it out. And if this goes beyond, if it does turn out to be pretty well, then we'll just continue on. Okay, and this is a rated mature, so that way the AI can kind of get away with things as far as like, violence and action and all that stuff. So there's what we read before. Go all the way up to here. And then it says, so where it leaves off, typically the first 10 minutes of Skull movies is never related to the action movie itself. Seagal, wearing a signature black coat and sunglasses, sits in his high-tech command center, surrounded by computer monitors displaying various security feeds. He mumbles something inaudible, but his team of body doubles, who have been trained to interpret his unique communication style, nod in understanding. Okay, right off the bat, that is perfect. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna do something simple. Seagal stands up. Probably too simple. We'll see how the AI can overblown this. So Seagal stands up a feat that requires a coordinated effort of three body doubles, each one responsible for a different part of his body. His black overcoat billows dramatically, even though there's no wind in the high-rise mansion. He adjusts his signature sunglasses and dresses his team with his trademark mumble. I've got a lead on the killer, he says, his voice barely audible. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's do a story. Or we can say we leave. We walk, I should say, I walk to the parking garage to, well, Seagal typically drives a Hummer, at least from Attack Force, so we'll use Attack Force as a reference here, to start up my Hummer. Okay? Seagal makes his way to the parking garage, flanked by his team of body doubles. Each one holds a different part of him, as if he's a life-size puppet. They carefully maneuver him towards his trademark vehicle, a Hummer, painted matte black to match his overcoat. Perfect. I like that. Okay. I start the engine. As Seagal's body doubles carefully lift him into the driver's seat of the cover, he mumbles something that sounds like time to roll. The engine roars to life with a satisfying rumble. Seagal's oversized aviator sunglasses reflect the flickering lights of the garage, giving him an otherworldly aura. All right. Let's see. Um, he can say something, and I'm wondering if the AI will say mumble followed by it. Let's say, time to roll out Autobots. Seagal's body doubles exchange knowing glances. One of them revs the engine response with a lurch. The Hummer pulls out of the parking garage, leaving a cloud of exhaust in the wake. Seagal's sunglasses glint in the dim light as a mumble something about finding the killer. Okay. Let's flank him. So let's say something happens. So a large government, whoops, government aircraft flies above and seems to be following Seagal position. Seagal's Hummer roars about down the highway. The large government aircraft continues to follow him from above. Its engines drone loudly, a stark contrast to relatively silence within the Hummer. Seagal's body doubles, who are also his co-pilots from the aircraft, give each other thumbs up signs, indicating that they are ready for whatever mission lies ahead. Okay, so I guess Seagal has a harem of body doubles in this story, and that is inconceivable, but also possible. So let's say that um, I contact my body double team and tell them to have the aircraft, let's see, lower in front of my position so I may dock inside, if that makes sense. We're gonna take the Hummer into the aircraft. Scum mumbles something into his headset, and his body doubles, immediately spring into action. The Hummer's engines revs as they race down the highway, weaving through the traffic with ease. The large government aircraft follows suit, begin the descent, and pushes itself in front of the Hummer. Uh, due to Seagal's weight, the moment the Hummer enters onto the aircraft, it touches down too soon and crashes into all the innocent drivers, all the innocent drivers on the highway. All right, let's see what the story. Let's see what the AI has to say with this. Um, Seagal's Hummer rams into the rear end of the minivan, sending it crashing into their car in front of it. A domino effect ensues. As soon a pilot forms behind Seagal's vehicle. The drivers who are previously going above their visitor are now caught in the chaos caused by none other than Seagal himself. Perfect. Okay. Um, the plane let's see, the plane crashes into a um, mile marker and explodes. The the Hummer spins out of control and flies off the bridge into the river below. Seagal is uh, magically standing on the edge, watching his whoops, Hummer uh, sink into the riverbed. Let's see what happens here. The plane crashes in the Seagal, unfazed by the chaos he just caused, stands on the edge of the bridge, his signature black overcoat billowing in the wind. He adjusts his sunglasses and watches as the Hummer sinks to the bottom of the riverbed. His body doubles emerge from the wreckage of the aircraft, bruised but still alive. Suddenly, the Seagal phone rings. Okay, I love it. That's perfect. So he technically didn't make any progress whatsoever, but he's caused mayhem and chaos, which is exactly like a Seagal film. I answer the phone. It must be the president, I'm guessing. I mean, who else would call Seagal? One of his lovers? Seagal answers the phone with a mumble, his oversized aviator sunglasses reflecting the murky waters below. Seagal speaking. He says, although it sounds more like speaking. I love this. On the other hand, end of the line, a young supermodel. I knew it. Oh, actually, I thought it was a president, but I did say supermodel. Named Natasha answers Seagal's latest love interest, despite their obvious age difference. How is it? How's it going, baby? What, see, where are you at? Natasha's voice crackles on the phone, sounding slightly distant, but still as sultry as ever. Hey, Stephen. I'm guessing she has a Russian accent. I'm at the fashion show, of course. You know how much I love runway modeling. I'm such a thrill. It's like all groans in response. His oversized aiming, still fixing the murky waters. Oh my gosh. Wish I was there. Second. 1 second, guys. Just to answer something real quick. I could pause the video. All right. Okay. Back to the video. Let's see. So, um, uh, I wish you were here too, baby. Natasha replies, her voice oozing with the suggestion. But I have to go now. The show's about to start. Bye, Steven. Grunts again. Thanks for mine already on the task at hand. Okay. Um, let's see. A helicopter suddenly appears in front of Seagal. The president of the world is in, is standing on the edge of the chopper, yelling to Seagal, yelling to Seagal. Let's see what the AI says for this one. I want to leave this one a little open. Um, Oh, I didn't mean to say it. Whoops. We're gonna erase that. Uh, I meant to do the story. That does throw the AI off a little bit. Erase, take a turn, story, paste. No, it didn't copy it. Okay, whatever. A helicopter suddenly appears in front of Seagal with the president of the world piloting it. Okay. The helicopter descends, its blades chopping through the air with a deafening roar. The president of the world, untitled that Seagal himself invented, emerges from the cockpit. He's a middle-aged man with a receding hairline and slight beer belly, but he carries himself with the authority of a world leader. Seagal, we need your help. Perfect. Okay. Uh, I mumble something incoherently. Incoherently. Definitely spelled that wrong. Incoherently. The president of the world leans in, trying to make out what Seagal is saying, but it's no use. Seagal's mumbles are as indecipherable as ever. But the president nods in understanding, or at least pretends to. Yes, yes, of course, Seagal. We'll make sure to handle that. But first, we need your help with more urgent matter. um, while the president and Seagal chat, the surviving or the body doubles below in the murky waters still are struggling to swim to safety. So I just want to throw that little in there. Um, Seagal's still wearing his signature black coat, yep, overcoat. Someone has nods in agreement, not even acknowledging the fact that his team of Vitals are still struggling to swim to safety in the murky waters below. The president continues, Seagal, we have a situation in Russia. An ex-KGB agent has gone rogue and is planning to launch a nuclear missile. Let's see. Okay, a nuclear. Let's see. Let me guess. One of my former students. The president of the world raises an eyebrow, surprised Seagal's sudden clarity. Yes, actually. How did you know? Seagal shrugs his oversized aviators. Just a lucky guess. I trained a lot of people in my time. Some of them are bound to go rogue. Okay, that's perfect. So it's a former Seagal student who's turned on him and now is threatening the world with a nuclear holocaust. Okay, so okay, there's something else funny here. So go, the helicopter comes closer to the bridge side where Seagal uh, is standing. Seagal body double, whoops, momentarily taking Seagal's place to enter the copter with a change in camera angles. Now Seagal himself is sitting in the helicopter talking to the president. However, while they chat, the pilot is warning them both that Seagal's weight is causing the copter to lose control. I think I used the wrong lose, but I'm sure the AI is going to understand what I'm saying. Um, this is hilarious. The copter's pilot voice crackles on the intercom. A note of panic is what John, we're losing Seagal, your weight is throwing off the balance. Seagal groans, unbothered by the news. He glances out the window as the receding ground below and turns his attention back to presence. What's the plan? He mumbles. I am almost in tears right now. This is borderline like just rolling on the floor, laughing. Um, the president um, seems eager to answer, but is distracted by their impending doom. Okay, oh my gosh, this is too good. Um, A helicopter's pilot voice crackles. Yeah, we know. Gentlemen, we're about to crash. Seagal, your weight is too much. But Seagal remains unfazed, his oversized aviator sunglasses hiding any hint of motion. Relax, I got this, he mumbles as he reaches for a nearby machine gun. Okay. Um, let's see. What does Seagal do with a machine gun? The helicopter crashes into the river, uh, even once again taking out a few stunt doubles or body doubles that were still swimming to safety. To safety. Um, okay, let's see what happens here. I'm really wondering. I'll just leave it at that. Uh, this is too good, guys. I can't believe how funny this is actually turning out. Let's just check the context. We're already at 2,500 out of 8,000. Perfect. Uh, looks like it froze, I think. Or Seagal's ego is taking too much token count. Okay, I just had to refresh the page, so let's just re-enter what happens. The helicopter crashes into the same river where the last of the body doubles were struggling to swim out of the ravaging waves. Okay, Relax, I got this, he mumbles. I gotta see this. The helicopter plunges into the river with a deafening splash, sending a torrent of water gushing into the cockpit. Seagal, however, remains completely unfazed. He casually tosses the machine gun aside and unbuckles his seatbelt, allowing himself to sink into the murky depths. His oversized aviator sunglasses remain firmly in place, even as the water swirls around him. Okay, um, let's see. The president uh, ends up back swimming up to swimming up to save himself. Seagal's body double is left in place of Seagal, buckled to the copter to take the loss. All right. Uh, Seagal, on the other hand, emerges from the sunken helicopter like a marine creature, completely unharmed. He swims to the surface with grace, his oversized aviator sunglasses still miraculously intact. The president watches in awe. Seagal pulls himself up from the riverbank. Seagal, how did you survive that, president? Still trending water. Well, I'm I'm just an old country boy. Oh my God, I'm just an old country boy. Seagal adjusts his oversized aviator glasses and flashes a grin, revealing a set of purely whites that behind him that could blind a man. Well, I'm just an old country boy, he mumbles as if it explains everything. The president of the world, still treading water, looks at him with a mixture of awe and confusion. Um, let's see. Story. The local police department show up in the last minute, as per usual. The captain exits his cop car, and runs down the hillside to check on Seagal. All right. Seagal, are you all right? The captain exclaims, looking at the sunken helicopter bed a litter of debris. Seagal grunts in response, adjusting his oversized aviator sunglasses. Just peachy, he mumbles as he stands up and shakes off the water. Um, Seagal, who instantly appears drier than the Mojave, uh, finally speaks to the president about the upcoming mission. The president, let's see, is confused as to who or why this police captain is here in the scene now. I want to see how the AI juggles this random. we've been very random so far, but like this just random introduction of a character once again. Especially when we already have this president of the world that's here. So Seagal turns the president with his oversized aviator sunglasses glinting in the sunlight, which we know. We need to move quickly. The ex-KGB agent won't wait, he mumbles, a sense of urgency in the voice. The president nods in agreement, still trying to process the sudden appearance of police captain. Yes, of course, Seagal. We need to stop him before it's too late. The police captain asks for Seagal's autograph. Seagal nods in agreement. His oversized, yes, of course. Of course, Captain, he mumbles. Taking a pen and paper from the captain's outstretched hand, he signs his name with a flourish, a signature, a messy scroll that barely legible. The captain looks at him with eyes, just received a holy relic. The entire police force that is standing on the bridge cheers as they see Seagal turn and wave to them. Oh man. Seagal, still wearing his signature black overcoat and sunglasses, turning to the cheering police force and waves. His oversized aviator symbol glinting in the sunlight. He keeps saying that, glinting in the sunlight. The police captain, still in awe of Seagal's autograph, leads to the cheers, shouting, Seagal for president. Oh my gosh. Um, the president of the world jokingly says that he always expected Seagal to be his successor. Seagal flashes a grinning, oversized Abraham reflecting the president's face. Don't worry, Mr. President. I'll take care of everything, he mumbles, as if it's the most obvious thing in the world. The president of the world looks at Seagal for a moment, unsure if he should be worried or relieved. Suddenly, um, a wild, a camo jeep drives out of the water with the ex KGB agent in the driver's seat, holding a machine gun, firing at Seagal. Okay, so let's just throw it around twist here. Seagal remains unfazed by the gunfire. His oversized firmly in place, he reaches for a rock on the ground and hurls it at the Jeep with precision, causing the driver to swerve and crash into a nearby tree. The ex-KGB agent stumbles out of the Jeep holding his arms in pain. Um, for no apparent reason, the Jeep explodes, throwing the villainous the villain of this movie hundreds of feet into the air. Seagal watches calmly as the Jeep and HGB are engulfed in flames. He adjusts his oversized aviator and turns to the president with a mumble of comprehension. It's handled. As if he's talking about a minor inconvenience rather than a dramatic explosion. The president looks like all amazed and still trying to process the last few minutes. Okay, so then the villain agent, oops, agent is survives and is parachuting down or above Seagal's position, preparing to fire a rocket at their position. All right. Okay. Um, Seagal watches calmly as the KGB agent, miraculously still alive, deploys a parachute and begins to descend towards their position. The agent pulls out a rocket launcher, taking aim at Seagal and the president. Seagal remains unfazed, his oversized. Yep. I love that just keeps talking about these sunglasses. Okay, so um, Seagal pulls a knife out of his ass as usual and throws it to the villain. Okay. Some ass knife. The knife flies through the air with unerring precision, slicing through the straps of the HP parachute. The parachute falls away, and the agent plummets towards the ground. Seagal watches calmly as the agent falls. It's over. Yes, okay. Um, Here's another funny little twist. So while that happens, one of Seagal's remaining poor, helpless stunt doubles finally crawls out of the water and stands up slowly, giving Seagal a thumbs up. Right when he does so, the villain agent splatters on top of the stunt double, killing killing them both instantly. For some reason, an explosion follows. Okay. I just had to do that. I had to bring back one of the stunt doubles and suddenly just splat. Seagal remains unfazed by the sudden explosion, his oversized aviator suit still firmly in place. He glances at the burning wreckage and the dead stunt double as if there were inconvenient problems that need to be removed from the scene. The president of the world, still trying to process the chaos that just unfolded, looks at Seagal to make sure, how did you do that? Okay. It's clearly to protect the world from plastic, which destroys our marine life and causes havoc. I'll just say that. One of those random, like, pro-Earth, protect the Earth kind of messages. It's like all just as open, not solemnly, as if he just said more perfect sense. The president of the world, still trying to process the last few minutes, looks at Seagal with a mixture of confusion and respect. Of course, Seagal. I should have known that plastic was a real enemy here. Okay. Um, I think that's it, really. I mean, I want to do so much more, but I feel like that's was an arc. That would have been an entire Seagal movie, but stretched to just 90 minutes, where it qualifies as a movie. So, let's recap. Well, not necessarily recap everything, but like, it was, dude, that was funny. I mean, the AI really played along. Um, it was overly violent at times. It was hilarious. We got the ex-KGB agents for no reason whatsoever. Um, is it doing the summary here? Let's check let's see, summary, plot, cards. Here's the summary. Yeah, yep, police got requested autograph. So it's just catching up to that part there. So, um, that was it. I am, that was funny. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was just kind of for fun, really no reason whatsoever. Like any Seagal film, watching it if you're into bad movies like I am. But that's it. So I'll catch you guys next time on 8:30 RPG.